Hello, and today we're doing a speed build of renovation of the Screaming Gecko. For this one, I kept it strictly base game and the for rent pack. So yeah, definitely did it. Well, obviously it's not like the way EA builds because they don't use like cheats and debugs. But yeah, this is strictly base game and for rent, which I'm really proud of myself because it's kind of like I don't think I've done any builds that are like that limit. I know I've done base game, but well, actually, I do like some of the base game builds that I have built. So, guess scratch that. But yeah, really proud of this. I did this based off of an image I found on Pinterest, which I'll put the image up right here. But yeah. Oh, sorry. I'm snacking right now. I was about to eat, but yeah, so originally I was going the color schemes and wallpaper of the original build, like you see I'm doing here. I'm really glad I did not go with it because I don't know, I just don't like the white, like how stark and bright it is. I feel like I would have made it more like run down a bit, but yeah. But anyway, with the reference image you see or you saw, it kind of gave me like in the movies when you see like those military movies overseas kind of thing where they where the soldiers just like go to the bar and stuff. I kind of thought of that in mind, had that in mind. So I was thinking of doing like a little rundown, but then I figured I might as well make it nice and have it updated. I want the building to look like it is like structurally older. So I went with that, but yeah. And I think right here is where I realized that the wallpaper needed to change because as you see with the gold and green, how warm it is and how I guess boring the wallpapers like just didn't work well. You were trying to make it interesting with the columns, which is yeah, it just wasn't working. I actually switched out those columns because I was really trying to use as much for rent items, but yeah, not all of them really worked. But yeah, also, my last video with the what did I call that build? I think I called it Tora. Yeah, Tora, the restaurant build. I was really proud of that, and I was like really excited to talk about it. But yeah, I just didn't have time to record that voiceover, so I just uploaded the video. But that was actually over that weekend. I went to Mexicali, Mexico, and we tried the Chinese food there because I think Mexicali is known for, or at least one thing is not. It has Chinese food, so yeah, definitely tried that. So that's the inspiration, kind of like that. Not over the top, but you know, that kind of. I'm sorry, I got distracted with this roof because this roof. I'm just gonna talk about this for a second. This roof was not. I mean, I almost had to stop recording and just figure it out because I cannot. I actually think I did stop recording to figure it out. Yeah, I did. Okay, because this here, I was really trying to make it work. Like the reference image is very flat, like one piece. I don't know if it was, but yeah, I just couldn't get it to. And for some odd reason, whenever I build roofs, I know it's not real like when the rain, but I always think of like with the rain, is the rain gonna puddle on the roof? I don't know why that's a thing I think about. Like here, I don't see. I mean, in that corner right there, I mean, rain can puddle, but I don't know why I think about that. When I'm doing roofing, it's really like not that serious, but I for some reason think about that. And then here when I extended the roofing, I feel like okay, that's better because I want the detailing to come through. So I was like, okay, I need to work around that. And yeah, I ended up taking out the like the middle or the center of the roof and just did a tiny half wall. And then raised that. So I like that. I think that was the way to go. What you'll see, well, you have seen in the thumbnail, I believe it shows as well. Not sure. Yeah. So like I always say, when you're building one of the packs, detailing is gonna be your base friend. I mean, not per se like, I mean that's for anything really. Like you're trying to add more detailing, and I was just like, it's not working with the roofing there, roofing detailing. But yeah, it's very fun. I also used, now we're gonna do the sign here. I really wanted this one here. Oh, that was quick. The one with the red, yeah, the red dots. Just because later on I did that red lanterns. So I definitely wanted that to be, you know, kind of like the theme of the place. But I really loved this sign here with the green and orange. I felt like it went or fit it in better with the rest of the build, but I really wanted that red dotted because I had lanterns on the building. So I ended up adding that to the back of the restaurant. Sorry, my dog is moving around. And yeah, so I was really pushing to get that sign in. So luckily I was able to find a spot for it. But yeah, what else did I do? Also you see this like what is that awning that is glitching a bit. I ended up fixing it later manually because I still haven't downloaded the tool mod again. But yeah, so I ended up, actually that was really quick. Like I just moved it and like, because you know how I like place things, and the first try I got it, so that was really, I was excited over that. And then yep, here I am trying to find as much detailing, not detailing, items for the forehand. Like I was really trying to use almost everything. Obviously I didn't use everything, but yeah, I definitely tried. Here I just did like the night market. I chose one that was specific for, not specific, but one that said like something like pad thai or tofu and stir fry. I'm not sure exactly, but I felt like that would be a good like lounge food to have, because that one was like a dessert, one was like groceries. There's a fourth one. I have no idea what it was. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, just felt like that was best because I wanted to keep the wall type the same because it is a lounge. So I wanted to keep that. Also, I wish the stools that were able to be used for a seat. I know the table's not low enough, but it would be nice to have some tables, like tables that would fit there. But yeah, unfortunately, we do not. But yeah, also here I was really I don't know, I was really wanting all green, but then as I looked at it, I was like a little bit too like not interesting. Then I thought yellow. Like now it's too repetitive with the green and yellow just everywhere. Then here I went with colorful. And like I like it, but I ended up switching out the blue. I got rid of the blue. I just kept the red, yellow, and green. I feel like the blue just didn't fit in as well. I know I have that like, what do you call those, like buses, little taxi things. I can't think of it, but I mean that's blue, but it doesn't really, there's this blue plastic chairs just felt too, like I like it, it's interesting, but just felt off. I also really like the way I did, I feel like patting myself in the back here, but I really liked how my intent when building it was to have the front look interesting, because I definitely wanted to look lively and you know, stuff is happening. I recently have been rewatching, well not rewatching, but watching, well it's an old show, but I haven't watched it in full before, but the Anthony Bourdain Unknown Parts. I've been watching that show and I feel like when he, as he's visiting a lot of street markets, I feel like I wanted that vibe to be, you know, shown where it's lively, a little crowded, like that was what I was going for. So I think I got it well enough with the build. But yeah, so the front is like my favorite. I really try to work like on the curb appeal for this build because I just feel like, you know, gotta make it interesting. Honestly, I don't really know what the EA build for this looked like. I was thinking about like if I should, like, because I was doing this build using EA, I mean, what is it, base game and forehand. I was thinking maybe I should keep like the original shape, but because I saw this image on Pinterest, I just really want to go for it. Even though it took me a few tries, I was really, because of the roofing, I was like, maybe I should just, I mean, this is, the video you're seeing is not the first attempt, but I've tried like 2 other times, and I wanted to scrap the idea because I couldn't get the roof down. So luckily I kept it. This is definitely a trust the process, because the roof was stressing me out, and I hate doing roofs. Like roofs, yeah. This just sounds weird. Hey, doing roofs. Yeah. Oh, you can see there a little bit of the roof. With that half wall and like just raised platform kind of look to it. But yeah. Also here, I'm doing a little, what is it? Like I said, curb appeal, adding plants and all that stuff. Just because I wanted to make it look nice with all the greenery. Just because the rest of the, is that orange plant? It's hovering. I'll have to fix that before I upload it. What are they talking about? Oh yeah, the curb appeal. Also here, I wanted to make it look like there's a little flower market, you know, just a little vendor area. Just because this is, I know it's a lounge, but I feel like that would be something that happens here. And yeah, here I put this giant bush because I wanted to bring that green. This was the best shade out of all the other planters, but I ended up using a debug planter. And debug plants, I don't know why 4ant doesn't have any plants. Unless my game was bugging, but I was, for some reason, no plants were showing up, so I switched out to some debug planters because with these here, while I like the shade of green, it's just way too bulky. So I ended up doing some circular planters and like leafy plants that you see surrounding, because obviously it's the 4ant plants. But yeah, definitely wanted, I feel like that was better just to make it look more, the Sims can actually be walking by. And then here I'm doing a little close off section just because I figured maybe the employees can get in. Even though the second floor is, I later changed it so there is like gaming tables and other seating, so I guess there's that. Maybe this is like for the family friends or like, the regulars or whatever. There really doesn't have to be a story to it, but I'm making a story. But yeah, also I want to say in the front of the build, I later did a debug item of that dragon. I know this restaurant or lounge is called Screaming Gecko, but the dragon is close to a reptile. I mean, it is a reptile, but close to a gecko as we can get. Because I was gonna do that tiger debug statue, but it didn't really make sense because it looked nice, don't get me wrong, but considered Screaming Gecko, I just kept, I was incautious of Gecko. Like, that's basically what made my color scheme green. It was like, okay, Gecko. And that was the theme. But yeah, I probably would have done green anyway, because, well, for one, the thumbnail was green, or not thumbnail, the reference image is green, and also I really love green. I don't know why it took me so long to admit I liked green. I think it's because my brother liked green. He's like, I don't want to copy him, because he's a younger brother. I'm like, there's a weird mental or psychology thing. But yeah, also, the bars are centered, but the back bar, I don't know exactly what we call that, like display. The bar display is centered, but the bar itself is not centered. I don't know if that bothers anyone, but personally, I was able to overlook it because I was like, don't want to change the bar because I really like this fence detailing. So yeah, I don't know if that bothers you. Sorry, but yeah. Trying to think what else I did. Honestly, I really didn't make any changes. This build came along easily. Like, once I finished the roof, it was smooth sailings from there because the roof was not fun. I wonder what do you have any tips if when you guys are building or just making roofs? What do you guys do? Because I noticed, at least lately, I just do the half walls on top instead of a roof and just, call it a day with that. Obviously not every build is gonna suit that kind of roof, but that is definitely something I do often. Also, this little thing here that came with the update, I just like I put that on all the tables and just pretend that it's like peanuts, like just snacking things, just because, the lounge. So just pretend with me that that's what that is. Oh no, another thing I did, is that, like, I don't know what it's called, but like the flowers and the banners, I feel like that was a nice detailing as well, just because I was trying to go for the color scheme, like the red, yellow, orange, green, browns, like that's the recurring colors. So I thought those banners would be a nice little detailing there. I didn't bother to add them to the closed windows. I could have just make it look like, it would make sense that it shows up for every window, but I just didn't. So there's my explanation for that. But yeah, trying to think what else I did. Also, I want to say, I just did this mic here. I didn't really do a stage. I was thinking of doing a stage, but I didn't want, like, I wanted to have enough seating, so I didn't really want to take up space by adding a stage. I just put it there. I feel like this feels like it's a casual lounge, like not too, more like, what's that word? Like regulars or locals. Locals are what I'm looking for. More where like locals go to. Not very touristy. I feel like it wouldn't be too, crowded. So yeah. Also, I was here with the lights. I really thought I was gonna be okay with having it off center, but later it bothered me, especially when I put this wall decor. So I had to fix that. And unfortunately, this table here, I really wanted to use it. I've wanted to use it on a build for a while now, but it just didn't go well with the rest of the decor. So I just ended up using a for rent table like that one there. And yeah, I want this chair here instead of the other one, just because I feel like the other one in my mind is just like heavy, and I just imagine like pushing across the wood floors. So that was like my design choice. Also like this one just because it's more simpler. The browns and orange yellows tone, or yeah, color goes better. But yeah, I really love the color scheme. I feel like it's very, oh yeah, there's the chairs. Got rid of the blue. I feel like that definitely helped. And then I also realized I added the blue green fence. But yeah, you can kind of see a little more details that I changed on the outside, just because, like I said, was really working on the curb feel. I was just thinking in my thumbnail, but yeah. Also, this, I know it doesn't really block, because when I was thinking like they need something to block, so when they play darts, they can probably still shoot through it. It's like it has holes in it, but in my mind, it's a little wall. So I actually did add a half wall on the other side. So there's that. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video and build. I'm actually really proud of it. I really like it. And enjoy the video tour, and I'll see you guys hopefully Friday. Take care. Bye.